Hello world! What's up guys? Welcome back to today's video. I thought my introduction today had to be a little bit more dramatic to match the introduction that you guys just witnessed. Now you might be thinking, what the heck did I just watch? You just saw the most glamorous skincare shelfie here on YouTube, literally, of all time. In my own opinion. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of shelfies before, whether it be posting photos of your books on your shelf, your music collection, or a DVD shelfie. Today, I'm here to share with you my full skincare shelfie, all of the products that have made it to the top tier, that have made it out from the abyss of under my cupboard. Under my bathroom sink is a little bit of a different story. It definitely is not as glamorous as that beautiful spread that I have on top of my counter right beside me. Under my sink is more like Aladdin's treasure trove. Literally, it needs a genie's help down there. It's not good. I'm going to share with you guys what cleansers I've been using, what toners, moisturizers, sunscreens. I have everything here beside me. I'm ready to share with you guys literally every single detail. So I just got out of the shower, but I didn't do any skincare. I didn't even wash my skin. It definitely needs a little TLC. It needs a little attention. I can feel some buildup through here, especially in my nose area. I need to get that off immediately. So let's start the skincare routine off with cleansing. And I do have two cleansers on my top shelf, two cleansers that I've been loving, that I've been using interchangeably, but today we're going to use both of them at the same time. One of the cleansers I'm going to be using in my T-zone area, where I have the most texture, is the Let's Face It Cleansing Balm. This is by Masquerade, and this is a cleansing stick. Now, the reason that I'm going to use this in my nose area is that's where I have a lot of buildup, and this contains rose petals, which also helps to exfoliate the skin. It also contains red beet that's going to help brighten your skin. Amazing. Now, another cleanser that I have on my shelf, honestly, is just because of the Chanel bottle. You guys know I've had some crazy experiences with this Chanel cleanser. I'll link that story down below. If you haven't heard it, I don't even want to go into it. But I just have the Chanel cleanser on my shelf, honestly, more so as a decoration. But for this video, I vowed to use everything that's on my skincare shelf. Alright, so now that my skin is wet, let's go ahead and take our Let's Face It cleansing stick. And just apply it right in the T-zone area. Now the rose petals in this cleanser actually do help to refine the pore texture and help to get rid of any buildup that you have in that area, which I absolutely love. There's no artificial fragrance. This is all natural, vegan, cruelty-free. I'll link this in the description down below. Alright, now let's put a little bit of the Chanel Gel Purité on the outside of our skin. This skincare routine is getting really fancy. But this smells so luxurious. Using two cleansers, I mean, this is totally a Trevor skincare routine. You guys, my skin is looking so much more bright, so much more luminous. There's really no texture buildup. Both of those cleansers just slid off my skin beautifully. So let's go ahead and dive right into treating my skin. Now, this wouldn't be a Trevor skincare routine if we didn't start with a toner or two. You guys know toners are so important in your skincare routine, and I feel like I preach toners so much. If you're using the right toner, toners that are full of antioxidants, moisturizers, things that are hydrating your skin, they're an amazing first step in your skincare routine and preparing your skin for the future products. Because it's a liquid, it's light, it's really that first layer of moisture. It's so important. So that being said, the first toner that I'm going to layer on my skin is from the brand I'm From. Now, this is their rice toner. It's full of ferments. It's a South Korean skincare company. And the reason I love this toner in particular is not only is, you guys will also notice that I don't use a cotton pad. I just use my hands. I like to just apply the product. I mean, if you have a really bad texture, using a cotton pad or something with a little bit of ribbing on it may help you exfoliate the skin. But because this toner is full of fermented ingredients, it's actually going to help to lift off any dead skin that's left on there after cleansing. So just very gently, I like to apply the toner. This toner does contain 80% rice. That is so much. I'm just taking a little bit extra here and just applying it in my nasal region along my T-zone where I have the most buildup. The next toner that I'm going to splash on my skin is one that I haven't been using for too long. I'm only on about week 2 or 3. I've used it every day though, and I've really liked it so far. So this is the Frutia Pomegranate Toner. This contains no water. This is a waterless toner. And like my cleansing stick earlier, that was a waterless cleanser. You guys know water is a precious resource, and moving forward in beauty, you're going to see that products start to include less water exclude water, and include more fruit extracts. And in this case, this is 87% pomegranate extracts, and this is a toner that's made for hydration. As you can see, it is a thicker formula. I would almost consider it like a light serum, almost like an essence, but I've just found this to be so hydrating and almost cooling. It's like that first layer of hydration. And it smells so delicious. It smells just like fruit. Ooh, all right. I can already see a lot of color coming back to my face. It's looking more alive, more bright. So next up, we're gonna layer on a few different serums. You guys know serums are just a lot more concentrated, a lot more targeted than a generic moisturizer. Think serums are like fixing problems. Moisturizers are sealing everything in and making sure that this can do its job. So this is a deluxe sample that I've actually been using for a very long time. Honestly, like a month now. There's still like a little bit less than half a tube in here. This is the Estee Lauder New Dimensions Shape and Fill Expert Serum. Now this came with their Expert Liquid Tape, which I reviewed on my channel. It did not work. This is not one of my favorite serums, but it is meant to lift and tighten your skin. And I will say that when you apply it to the skin, it does kind of dry down and almost leaves it in a matte texture, but it does leave your skin feeling tight. So I'm not sure how an entire bottle of this would go. It's not something that I particularly enjoy, but just because I've been using it for the last month, I thought I would use it today. I would share it with you guys. I mean, it's just not like the most hydrating serum. I prefer serums that hydrate, that target darkness. This one is just not really my particular cup of tea. If any of you guys have tried it and loved it, let me know in the comments down below. All right, now next up, we're layering on a true cult classic. Guys, this is the Dear Claire's Freshly Juiced Vitamin Drops, Pure Vitamin C, Centella Asiatica Extracts, Hybrid Stabilization Technology. Like I said, this is a cult classic vitamin C serum. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. I've been using this, I want to say, for a couple of years now. Not this exact bottle, I've had many of these. This is a great serum to improve skin texture as well as to brighten the skin. So I mean, combining two things that I absolutely love, skin brightening as well as refining skin texture, hello, it's a match made in heaven. So for this one, I just like to press it into the skin. It is a little bit of an oily texture, so I find it doesn't spread as easy. It's not as comforting as gliding. I just find it a lot easier to pat into the skin. This also gets the serum deeper into the skin, makes it a little bit more effective. Now, a little tip and trick straight from me to you is I like to take a little bit of the serum and I just drop it. If you have those angry number 11 lines forming between your eyebrows, those awful dreaded angry 11s, I like to put 2 drops. It's just sliding down my skin. I can feel it right now. And then just press it into those wrinkles. I also like to take a drop right here on the marionette lines. I find that placing a little bit of serum in those trouble areas, in my trouble areas, really help to alleviate and take like the roughness, the dryness out of those wrinkles, and it really helps to smooth them out. All right, now next up is actually a really fun product. I don't know if you guys can see in the camera here, but this is actually a jelly. This is a jelly spray. This is by the Cream Shop and it's called Watermelon Jelly Mist. It is such an unusual product. Now this contains watermelon, or vitamin A. It also smells like watermelon. Amazing. And vitamin A is going to help reduce the appearance of pore size, as well as reduce any excess oil. So if you're an oily skin person, this is such a fun product. And I want to say it was only like $7.99. Super cheap, super fun. So I'm just going to tap this into the skin. It doesn't leave behind a residue of anything. It doesn't leave behind like a jelly residue, totally dry, but just kind of like that last layer before we go ahead and seal it all together. All right, now to seal in all of the goodness, all of the antioxidants, all of the vitamins that we applied to the skin, we need to use like the perfect moisturizer. And you guys, if you followed my channel for a while now, I am hooked on these 2 moisturizers. You guys know I test and try new products all the time. I've tried so many creams. I have so many other creams down in my other treasure trove, but these are the 2 that consistently rise to the top. Now for today's video, I am going to use the Dear Claire's. This is the Freshly Juiced Vitamin E Mask, but I use it as a daily moisturizer. It also contains niacinamide, so that's going to help to reduce redness. I just find this really comforting to the skin. It coats the skin kind of like in a really beautiful way, not in a heavy way, in a very light way, but it almost like perfects the skin, gives you such a radiance, a boost and glow, and I am all for it. But I did want to give an honorable mention to L'Oreal Paris Hydra Genius. I've mentioned this literally oodles of times on my channel. I cannot with it. 72 hours of hydration. It's a gel, light texture. Love it, love it, love it. Especially now that spring is coming up and into summer. I love these gel texture moisturizers. So expect to see this even more. I've literally bought like 10 of these. I even give them away as gifts. But for today, let's go ahead and put on a little bit of the Dear Claire's Freshly Juiced Vitamin E mask. This smells so good. Can you guys see this is actually like a jelly mask? It's actually like Silly Putty, Mr. Putty. I just like to warm the product up a little bit between my hands first, just kind of liquefy it. And then again, I just like to tap it on the skin. I don't like to do too much pulling, too much tugging. My skin, you guys, is feeling so fresh, fresh to death. F to D. Now that we've snatchified our face, we cannot forget the neck. And I wanted to share with you guys one of the coolest little tricks that I've picked up lately, something I've been doing almost every night, and that's mixing together the Subaki Beauty Oil along with the Subaki Overnight Sleeping Mask. Now, I'm just going to mix these two together and we are going to apply it all over the neck because we don't have time for tech neck wrinkles. We are trying to avoid those at all costs. You know those wrinkles that run along the horizontal in your neck? SOS, avoid those at all costs. Boscia's overnight mask is very hydrating, very nourishing, but by adding just a few drops of the Subaki oil to the sleeping mask, literally takes it to the next level. I find that the oil also adds a little bit of a shine, a little bit of a glow. So if you add it to the neck area, it's almost like, hello neck, I am here. I'm just gonna go in upward motion here. We're not gonna pull that neck down. And just by adding a little bit of oil, you guys can already see it's like elongating, beautifying. I mean, it's like, hello. Now, I do want to mention that if it wasn't the end of the day like it is now, I would go ahead and add on some sunscreen. You should be wearing sunscreen every day, even when you're inside, to protect yourself from all of the lights, all of the sun that gets in through the window, but literally it's about to be dark outside soon, so I'm not going to apply any today, but make sure you're always applying an SPF. Alright, now as the final touch in my skincare routine, I am going to be using my Neutrogena Light Therapy Pen. This light pen is built to target acne. It's very slim, it's very slender, it's so easy to use. It's a 2-minute light treatment to target your acne. So I'm just going to go ahead and click it here. You guys can see, oh, it's purple, and I'm just going to hold it over. I have a couple breakouts. Now, you would do this for the whole 2 minutes, and sometimes I even like to just swirl it on my nose here, you know, where I have lots of buildup and where I'm acne prone. Sometimes I'll even take it up into the T-zone and just allow it to penetrate the skin and do its magic. And that, guys, is my current skincare routine, featuring some old products, some new products, some products I love, some products that I'm just trying to use up. I hope you guys enjoyed this skincare shelfie. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the products that I use on a daily basis. We cleansed using 2 different cleansers. We used 2 different toners, 2 different serums. I had 2 different moisturizers. Why do I have 2 of everything? How am I just realizing this? If any of these products are a part of your skincare routine, let me know in the comments down below. Also, just say, hey, what's up, hello. Of course, I'll have all of these products linked as well in the description box down below, so if you guys want to find out more about any of these products, that's where all the information will be, along with a bunch of other videos. And of course, if you made it to the end of this video, you are so special to me. You're the reason why I get to live my YouTube dream. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!